Hello! Lucky for him. I think we know who the rune applies to now.
Yep.
Hello! And welcome to this episode of In the Clutches of the Cult. My name is John, I am the GM, and I am joined by Jeff.
What day is it again?
Sunday.
Still Sunday.
Still Sunday. Michael.
Lads.
Sean.
Lads.
And Kiri.
Hello, lads.
Jennifer can't make it this week because she is feeling tired, having birthday partied out.
Happy birthday to her.
And Tanny is taking a short break, but is with us in spirit and the chat. So let's have a good clean session and try not to kill all of you horribly.
Lads.
When this group last got together 2 weeks ago, you guys explored deep into the volcano of Hammerhast and confronted... How did I know what, Tanny? That you were in the... I have a list of people in the chat up here.
Yeah.
He sees all.
Magic.
Hide.
No one can hide from my sight.
I mean, actually, some people can hide from my sight. This list is incredibly inaccurate. Especially if you don't talk in my chat for a while.
Also, lads.
Lads.
I'm just waiting for the mute.
Honestly, yeah.
You ventured deep into Mount Hammerhast and fought Palarandusk the Crimson Monarch, a gigantic volcanic red dragon who had bathed in the elemental plane of fire for nearly a decade and come back to mutated and changed and determined to burn the world to a cinder and rebuild and rule over the ashes. So, normal for a red dragon.
Yeah, pretty much standard.
No. Yeah.
We kind of ran out of dungeon and went into the dragon.
I mean, don't tempt me to get you into a dragon. It can be
The
happen.
natural conclusion, really.
It can happen. I just need a dragon big enough.
It doesn't need to be a dragon. There's plenty of other things big enough to fit an entire party.
I've seen adventures that deal with that, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Have you seen, by the way, Sean, total tangent, but have you seen the new magic item that's been teased from Rim of the Frost Maiden?
Oh, that thing.
I don't know, but it's made Kiri just like orgasm or something.
No, not orgasm, just like, it's... No.
For when you absolutely have to positively kill every last person in the room, the scroll of Tarask summoning.
That sounds like a wonderful thing.
It's technically a scroll, so that means a wizard can copy it into their spellbook.
Constant never ceasing
That-
Tarasks.
That implies that the wizard survives the first time they use it.
Oh yeah.
Because
True.
nowhere in there does it say that the Tarask is friendly to anybody. It's hostile to everybody but itself.
But what if you cast it twice?
Good question. Milo's taking notes, apparently.
Then do we get a kaiju battle?
Yes, it'll just be that scene from Godzilla of let them fight.
Chris Perkins beat you to it. He specifically said it's not a spell scroll.
We could bring in the castle, and the castle just forms into some sort of titan.
I mean,
Steel. That's what Steel's been doing in Yagg-Saul's Crucible.
I mean, there is definitely the kaiju fight that everybody's waiting to happen between the Tarask and the Warforged. What's the giant Warforged thing
I
called?
believe the Colossus is the
The
biggest.
Colossus.
Wait, hold on.
There's regular Warforged, Titans, and Colossus.
Didn't they already do that? That's just... I'm not sure how to tell... That's just Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, I have certain non-official D&D books that just fucking just put kaiju in the game.
Well, I mean, the rate that they're going through D&D meets Magic Worlds, we'll get to Ikoria eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, side tangent. That's what happens when the lads stream.
Lads.
You headed out of the volcano, back to the castle via various magical means of flight, and noticed a small airship flying your way. Upon not shooting it down, Fenthwick reunited with several old friends and new allies, and brought with him Merlin the Mage, who took Milo with him for a minor research quest back in Waterdeep to possibly help solve some of the problems that you guys are dealing with. And now you guys are left to work out what to do now.
I've got some books to return.
Oh, and he left his books to return to the library.
And
Yes, I
we've
think-
got to kind of report to that place anyway to tell them that we've dealt with the volcano.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Summit Hall does seem to be the place to go.
We don't want to find.
Seems to be the place to be.
Yeah. Who knows how to fly this thing, by the way?
I do.
I think all of us have been basically taught. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not all of us. I know Steel would have been, and Borrowed would have been.
I've never touched the thing before, so
I think most of you have a vague idea of how to do it at the very least.
I know, Sage being Sage, he'll just do a hard left.
Luna definitely does know. Milo would have taught anybody that was interested.
Man of Metal, can you please teach me how to fly this contraption? I think we need to give Borrowed some time on his own.
Then
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
like I just pat you on the shoulder and just give you a nod and just let you just.
Yeah.
just kind of looks rapidly, walks up.
Goes in the darkness of the room. So it's just a blue it's just a blue sphere.
So there's a platform
staircase.
There's a platform,
that leads
that's it,
up to it.
Yeah, platform. Yeah, I'm in
And on
character.
the
John, I'm in character.
platform, I'm just telling you what's on the platform.
Oh, okay.
On the platform, it reads in nice, neatly carved dwarven handwriting, Castle Briar, and it has a carving of a young girl's face.
On the bottom left hand, it says Yaghol was here.
And then strung up on the back wall is a gigantic blue dragon skull.
We're gonna add the red one. You're gonna add the red one.
Ah, so this castle was actually dedicated as a tribute to this Briar.
It would seem so, yes.
Oh boy, the person I have that conversation with is not here this week.
Are we trying to collect the full set of dragon skulls?
I think so.
Have we got to catch them all?
Where are the dragon skulls? Would you say? I mean, we could fit about a good, decent here. We could fit a good amount.
The first dragon skull's here, I think.
Yeah,
I was
I
going
think
to say, it would make sense for it to be there.
Yeah. So what? The next one there.
I mean, it depends. Are you going to go through just the chromatics, or are you going to go through
Oh, just the chromatics.
all the evils? I mean, I could probably dig up some other evil dragons. Nobody knows about that yet, so we'll carry on.
Spoiler. Foreshadowing. There's just other spaces that looks like a dragon skull could go.
It's like in a video game. You've got like that vague outline of dragon skulls, and then there's one that looks really weird. You're like, I don't want to meet that guy yet.
Cannot get to this one until you're level 16. So this is not really that hard at all to maneuver this. Okay.
Basically, as soon as you touch the orb, not only do you take control of the castle, you gain a insight into how to control it.
Yeah, I got the hang of it.
And the walls of the room, as you're touching the orb, the walls of the room turn sort of transparent, allowing you to see through the castle and more easily pilot within this tower.
Ah, there we go. Not bad. But looks like I've come a bit more useful.
It would seem.
Is there some beef we don't know about?
Well, I don't get. I haven't got along with you guys before. I think the words are that I'm opening up to you, man of metal.
Who knows? Maybe one day you'll use my name.
Sounds unrealistic. No thanks.
He just walks away. I've been slowly saying people's names. Like, it's hard.
Very slowly.
I'm just watching the sky go by below.
Okay.
And Borrowed is going to put Milo's cloak around him, and then take the two femurs that he took off of the ancient red dragon and go and make some stock.
Dragging two tiny lines behind him. Oh no, wait, they're levitating. So
they're levitating. He doesn't. He's got a strength of 12. Okay, he's not doing any of the lifting.
Luna will head back to
best friend.
Luna will head back to Luna's room.
She's got a biography to work on, hasn't she?
She's got a unicorn textbook to write.
Yeah.
Volume 15.
Part 1/unknown.
It's going to take you guys 3 days to travel back to Summit Hall, as that's how long I said it took you to get to the volcano in the first place. So I can't go back on that word now. Is there anything you guys would like to do, or do you want me to skip through encounters that I have? Because I mean, I've got some stuff prepped for some of you.
I've got nothing in mind.
Well, if nothing else comes up, I'm going to be in my room learning some new spells, which funny enough were my level 7 spells on level up.
Okay. Essela goes into her room, and you just hear loud explosions.
Right, I've got a sound effect. Hang on a minute.
What's that?
Very nice.
What's going on?
Essela learnt the photon torpedo spell at this level.
Oh, well done.
That's pretty much what it is. Let's be honest.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Luna will also go back to her room and starts. Essela is a Star Wars now.
Ooh, I'm offended.
Luna will go back to her room and start practicing her new spell and summoning walls of water.
Crazy. So much wood rot.
Think of the
So much
damn.
wood rot.
Think of the damn.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Have we got rooms next to each other? Do we just start fighting each other with our different?
Whoever's next door to Luna is just gonna leave.
We just go past your two rooms and it's just like steam.
Across from their rooms is just the sauna that you guys have all put in.
Yeah.
Steel doesn't go there, but everybody else goes and relaxes there.
That's a good idea.
Steel goes past and just starts. Oh,
I'm steel, I'm not iron. Horrible, stinking iron.
Weak iron.
Okay. Borrowed.
Yes.
Roll me a death save.
One.
You
Fear.
spend the rest of the afternoon working on making dragon stock.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Good soup.
and then you eventually, late at night, head back to your room and head to bed. Alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
No,
to rub
you don't
that
have
in.
to emphasize it, John. Jeez.
Hey, you
Hopelessly and
All
totally
alone.
alone.
There's a space in the bed.
And in your heart.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
You drift off to sleep.
Alone.
Oh, you're not helping.
And you find yourself dreaming. You find yourself back in front of the pyramid that you've seen previously in your dreams. But now there is an orange glowing gem beating rhythmically above it, in time with your own heart. It's the Ember Heart.
Oh no.
You have a sudden flash of memory back to the caldera of the volcano fighting Halanuxus. Milo blasts the monster's heart, and the Ember Heart shatters, and its energy dissipates and collects into you. Back in front of the pyramid, a voice comes to your mind. Female and powerful. Young vessel, we are rebuilding our power from a fragment lodged within you. This power, this Ember Heart, and the other weakness in the plains has allowed us to move faster than anticipated. Discordia has returned, and now we seek a worthy host for our power.
No. Are you fucking kidding me? No. I don't want to do this again.
You
I'm
don't...
gonna find the shard that's lodged somewhere in me and I'm gonna take it out. I almost died because of... And he'll wave his arms around at this entire thing. This! He's just gonna... He's gonna summon that two, like, bladed... like, spear, quarterstaff, whatever it is. And just throw it towards the pyramid. I'm not doing this anymore. I left you behind to travel away from you. This isn't... I don't want this. Discordia can stay here and rot. Fuck if she's awake.
You do not have
She's
a choice in this.
I always have choices. And I'm gonna get that shard out of me.
We wish for the shard to be out of you as well. You are not a worthy host.
Uh-huh. And who is?
We shall know when we feel it. No, it is not you, Sirac of Suzail.
Is there still that like because this is like a because last time Borrowed was here there was like an exit to the sort of like outside of this cave. Is that still there?
Yes.
Okay, Borrowed's just gonna ooh, I'm gonna make sure that whoever they are, you never find them. And then Borrowed is going to walk out the cave.
Okay. You walk out of the cave, and you wake up.
Yeah.
No, it's not you, Sean.
Heavy moments with Borrowed. Oh.
No, it's not you, Rat Damon.
Could you imagine? Most powerful rat.
You thought I was weak.
Steel, what are you up to at the moment?
To explain away the new spells I've now got, I've just been tinkering with some of the like mechanical spiders I've got, adding new shit to them,
Okay.
and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Really, I don't think he's got really anything he needs to do right now.
So you're just tinkering away into the night with the spellweave spiders.
Yeah.
What new functionality do they now have?
They've got a variety of different functionalities. There's some that can. There are some that can, like, allow me to detect invisible or magical things within range. Can give me basically like a little security camera
Okay.
if I want one, aka Arcane Eye. One that can generate a big resilient sphere, and a little group of them, a little group of smaller ones that can just kind of like make stuff out of other stuff
Okay.
to like enhance. If I need anything created that isn't too complicated.
Simple object creation.
Yeah, like some like if I gave them some hemp, they could make some like rudimentary or simple clothes, or a lot of wood they could make a small bridge maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, and a few other bits and bobs. But yeah,
you spend a fair portion of the afternoon tinkering away on the robot spiders, and terrible pun just came to mind, but you spend a lot of time bug fixing.
Wow.
It
John,
just happened.
John, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
You spend a lot of time working out the.
GM makes all attack rolls a disadvantage for the next 2 weeks. How does that sound?
Yeah.
No.
Every creature you control is now has to make a death save before everything.
Oh no.
I'll look forward to that for Luna then.
Yep.
Ooh.
So be it.
And by the time you realise what time it is, having worked on a number of these spiders, it's the middle of the night. And obviously this isn't a huge issue for Steel, because he doesn't necessarily sleep the same as most people.
Organics.
But you realise it's a good time to head back to your quarters and power down for a little while. Could you make me a perception check?
Perception check. Doopy doopy doopy. Get off the spell list. Doopy doopy doopy. Make sure I'm not on advantage. 26.
Okay.
Rat Damon's rolling is just on fire tonight.
I should have really selected Steel, but anyway.
So Rat Damon's chewing some cheese on a airship somewhere and looks up into the night sky. Steel, you're walking back along one of the platforms between Yaghol's old workshop and your quarters, where you can see the night sky, and you look up and you notice very faintly in the sky a jagged inverted spiral, dimly lit.
Is it like moving, or is it just kind of sitting there?
It's sitting there.
And is it like is it like the stars are making that shape, or is it like there's something sitting up in the sky?
This is something separate to the stars. This is a sort of an orange flame colour, closer. This is not stars making this pattern.
And how late would you say it is? I mean, I don't have keen mind, but you know.
Somewhere around midnight.
Somewhere below, MSO just shouts out 12:03 for no reason.
That's what Sola does. It just comes out of a room and goes, 12 o'clock and all's well.
There's something in the sky.
It's I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a one with Caleb and Caduceus that somebody's posted where it's Caduceus just says to Caleb, "Could you tell me when 20 minutes is up?" And Caleb just sits reading a book, and then 20 minutes later exactly says, 20 minutes are up, not entirely sure why. And Caduceus just gets out the cakes he's been prepping.
I like that.
Uses him as a cooking time. I feel he would probably try to get people aware of such a thing.
Okay.
So I think he would go to whoever's like the nearest room.
If it's the same night, but Borrow doesn't like to sleep in his bed anymore. He's sleeping in the kitchen at the moment. Mm-hmm. So if that's anywhere near,
I think Esther's going to be up and about because she only needs 4 hours, so she might be up and about anyway, just somewhere about.
By any chance, would she happen to be in the kitchen? Because then I get two of you with one stone.
For the sake of convenience, I'll say yes, she's in the kitchen.
She's just passing the kitchen for 11:55 snack.
So yeah, I go to the kitchen and I need to show you something, both of you.
Oh,
yeah, sure. What's up?
I take them to like the roof terrace that we have here mapped, and I point toward the thing in the sky.
You both see in the sky an orange, very faint, but orange burning symbol. A jagged inverted spiral.
Oh.
Huh.
Is that familiar would that be familiar to us? Or
no.
Okay.
Huh.
I will make a note of it. It's another question for our archivist friend at Summit Hall.
Well, we could probably take the castle up there and see if it's,
We can do that as well. Just while we can see it clearly from this distance. I'm just gonna make a copy of it.
Yeah, that's good. And Borrowed's gonna walk on over to the controls and just go touch it and just go up.
As the castle starts to ascend, the symbol seems to keep the same distance from you.
Oh.
I was gonna say how close are we getting to it, or how far it is away from us, but can we identify what the symbols mean or are?
No. Not just by looking at it. You don't recognize it.
Full throttle.
What, towards it or?
Yeah, I think towards it.
Towards it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go up a little bit more. Wait, Sage, when did you get here?
He sleeps in that corner.
Like, technically, I do have a room. It's just that I'm always this is like my pedestal. I'm always standing on this one bit, crossed arms with my cape just swishing in the back.
Well, a minute, I need to delete the Aracrocron that's actually also stood in that same place.
I couldn't see an Aracrocron.
Yeah, he was on the GM layer.
Probably holdover from the previous one.
There you go then.
The Aracrocron simulacra that have been keeping guard on this castle layer for who knows how long as puddles.
Are we getting closer then?
You start to just go straight towards this symbol, and it seems to keep pace with you.
As in it's moving, or as in...
As in, it's not getting any larger. You don't seem to be getting any closer to it. So either it is moving away from you at the same speed that you are moving towards it,
or it's massive and really far away.
It's massive and really far away.
Well,
Or it's just really tiny.
Borrowed will get us back on course towards the to Summit Hall then.
The castle shifts pattern again, and
yeah, lowers us back down to cruising altitude.
So it's there, but we can't really get closer to it.
No. Oh well.
It's there. It's good to know that it's good. I suppose it's good to know that it's there.
I just quickly grab one of my spiders and get it to, using magical tinkering,
Hey!
get it to like basically record the image, so we've got a definite.
Jeebus.
It's
It's a
like
bit of a long one, that one.
It's like the third paragraph up. The static visual image appears in one of the object services.
Okay. This effect could be a picture up to 25 words of
Or
text,
shape. I'm
lines,
just gonna
or
do, like,
shapes.
the rough shape.
You have sort of a artwork of the symbol.
Yeah. And he sits in a different pocket. How many of these can I have at one time? I think it's just an object.
You can bestow it on multiple objects, touching one object each time you use it, though a single object can only go one.
So, screw it. He's also going to smell a flower.
The maximum you can have is your intelligence modifier.
So I can have up to 5 of the effects on at one time. So,
If you try to exceed your maximum, the oldest one disappears.
yeah, he smells the flowers, and he's got the image bestowed upon him.
So I think at the moment you've got the raven from the doorway.
I've got the raven in the doorway, and I had the image of Chupa, but that one I dispelled. So,
And now you've got the symbol and the smell of flowers.
so I've got 4 currently active. I should put a little. I'm gonna add another little thing of
What they are and what order they came in.
magic, tinkering, total 5, using 4, and I'll make a note. Yes. Anything else we're going to do? Or do
The rest of this night passes painlessly. The following morning, you look up into the sky and can sort of make out where the symbol is.
It's easier to see in the night.
It's very faint at the moment, and it's much easier to see against the night sky. But now that you know roughly where it was, you can still see it during the day. It's just faint.
Yeah, strange.
Day 2 of travel continues. Luna continues to practice spells of ice and water and writing about unicorns. And
Nice.
and telling you all a lot about unicorns.
So much knowledge. How can we hold it all?
I'll just take him to avoiding her now.
And then night comes again, and the castle continues to fly through the night sky. Sage,
Mm-hmm.
at some point on this night, you, as you are a human, you find yourself asleep.
Yes, just asleep standing up, I think.
Squishy organics.
You find yourself back in the familiar cave, filled with dimly lit, dimly glowing purple crystals.
Am I in the same position like from last time?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, great. I'm here again.
You see the glowing eyes of Valthu in one of the crystals. And suddenly the whole cave starts to shake, crystals crack, and a loud grinding sound emanates from the floor. A fissure opens, leading to pure blackness, and a voice echoes in your head. He cannot protect you. Release me. And suddenly you startle yourself awake, sweating a cold sweat, struggling to catch your breath.
Do I almost fall off?
You almost fall off the castle. You realise that falling asleep stood up on the edge of a flying castle is probably not the most sensible of places to sleep.
I think I need to go into my room. I think I need to tidy up my room. You know.
It's all just avoiding tidying the room, really, isn't it?
Sage just doesn't like confined spaces. He's got a lot of things on his mind, and the glorious stars and the sunset and the sunrise. It's a new day for him.
Just sleep on the other side of the parapet.
Like, no, actually, like, if you think about it, if there's a ledge, I could just stand here instead. If there's a ledge, I could just lean and put my hands on the stone instead.
Yeah. There is. You've been stood on it for some reason.
It's called dramatics. Is it now morning then, or is it still night?
It's getting to morning. It's sort of that grey, pre-dawn light. Probably just gone about 4 in the morning. Sola cries up from downstairs.
Kiri, where are you?
Currently in the kitchen.
Okay.
Sleeping with his head, with Bard sleeping with his head just on the side of the table, and he's got Milo's cloak over him.
I'm gonna approach the kitchen, open the door as slowly as I can, and just give you a nudge. I'm just gonna give Borrowed a nudge. Like you know, when those nudges where it's like, wake up, wake up. But I'm doing it very cautiously.
You're gonna get to like the third one before he actually like starts to.
Before he tells you to fuck off. That's right.
It's important.
Yes, Sage. No, the soup isn't ready. What do you want?
I nudge you 3 times.
Yeah.
I had a dream. I had the dream. And you're the only one that actually understands the situation that we're in.
I mean, do you have a goddess who's trying to use you to absorb power and escape some other dimension?
You can say that. But
Who almost killed you via crystallized blood?
This one was a bit different.
Uh-huh.
So, my power is crystallization. However, the cave that I was in this time, a massive fissure opened up, and it said, "Release me. You don't need him." I think it's getting worse, and I will say this honestly, but as a fellow comrade, you should know this information.
We should probably also tell, the other people in the party because they're most likely concerned about us after we told them the first time.
Yes, you are right. I apologise for waking you up, and he does like a proper paladin bow, and but he's got his hands in his pockets, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go sleep.
Thanks. And just as soon as his head, like Borrowed's head, just hits the counter, he's out.
He needs a pillow, and he just walks off. Like, I just shut the door, and I'll go into a room. a room.
A room, one of the rooms.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go into the forge to get warm.
Okay.
Yeah, is still you in there?
Sure. Yeah, he's probably working on some of the little his little spider bots while he's.
I don't say anything. I'll just wave and just sit in the corner, and just put my hand like on the fire, like this is nice.
Just kind of looks at him for a minute, and then just goes back to working on his little spiders.
I take it the spiders probably climb on top of Sage.
There's a couple of them just kind of like wandering around, just like exploring, and just like crawls up, just like stare. Like, even though they don't really have eyes per se, they it's like they're staring at you.
Yeah. Interesting creatures. What's amazing technology.
They do their jobs well.
You must find us humans curious. The curiosity of biology.
Well, I understand biology of humans, I just don't understand certain eccentricities.
Like my conflict with Borrowed, or that I'm very closed off, shall we say?
That's the thing that I don't understand with you. Being closed off emotionally would be quite fitting for, but I've never seen it in a human.
Let's just say there's things that's happened that I've been responsible for, and that nothing can actually cure it, shall we say? Revenge.
Revenge?
Yeah, you could say that. But in the battlefield, I was always trained as a paladin to never show emotions, which is very strange. But that was my father's side. Paladins I knew were courageous and full of triumph. But me? Nah. I just do my job.
The soldiers I knew, well, I suppose technically with how long the battles went on for my world, they needed to know each other, needed to trust each other, needed to know, needed brotherhood or sisterhood.
I've never heard that. I've not heard that word for many years.
Well, some of the best fighters I knew had their band of brothers to help them.
I had my brothers, my fellow comrades. I had my own team. But they died for my mistake.
I can understand that. I've lost many friends.
And brothers. It's hard. This is why I can't go trusting people. Because I feel like that it will happen to you guys as well.
I understand. But I'm not exactly easy to trust others. But I'm trying my best.
I understand, and yes, you've got war programmed inside you.
That's sort of the thing in
know
my world.
to fight.
In my world, I wasn't seen as well, there were some that saw me and my kind as people. But to most, we were reminders of a war that went on too long. And many thought we were just weapons.
You, sir, are much more than a weapon. You are.
That's why I took up, kind of like shakes one of the spiders. That's why I took up trying to build, rather than just fight. To try and change some ideas, maybe.
Well, you've taken on the role as blacksmith for the comrades.
I can create more than just armor things. I can create advanced stuff, but it'll take longer to do.
I'm sure one day you will make a titan.
Maybe. But
this is nice. I've not had a talk like this for many years.
well, neither have I, really. Couple of conversations with the others here, but none of the rest of them are battle hard.
I think me and you, or you and I, have experience in the battlefield.
We do.
And Stage just continues sitting there and just accidentally falls asleep. I think you just carry on working. No sleep at all.
He... Well, he's near the fire anyway, so he's good. He doesn't need covering over anything.
I'm good.
He'd probably maintain the fire or get one of the spiders to do it, just like one spider dragging a stick across just chucking it in the fire.
It's just like the
little soot sprites
just chuck a load of coal in the fire.
I've got my cape anyway, so I've just covered that whole thing over me.
So, and then after a little bit more working, he'll probably just like sit and he'll go into his low power state as like in the forge as well.
The following day comes, and Essola clearly wakes up at 7 in the morning and lets everybody know what time it is.
7 in the morning and all is well.
It is 7:03 and 20 seconds precisely. Beep, beep, beep.
And eventually, the middle of early afternoon, about 1:15 and 33 seconds, you arrive back at Summit Hall.
Fantastic. Park, portal, return books.
700 years ago, first
Rupert, who is the young half-elf, takes the papers from you, Borrowed. Oh, Milo couldn't make it?
Uh,
Or are you Milo?
no, I'm the lovely other half of Milo. My name is Borrowed.
I don't think we've been introduced.
What is your name then?
My name is Rupert.
Rupert.
I
Very
work
nice
with
to meet you.
Our archivist Vishak.
Oh. Right, yes, I think I've seen you around. My name's Borrowed. It's very nice to meet you. Yes, I'm just returning those on behalf of Milo.
Fantastic! It's he's getting close to the due date.
Yeah, he realized, and as he was going off on to do a little bit of research on some of the problems that are plaguing this plane of existence, country,
Yes.
city, he made sure to tell me that he needed to return the books.
I think Vishak has some has been doing more research into the same subject. You left him with I believe Malazan was the main subject of the research that you'd done asked for. I'll go get him.
Thank you.
Are we all there as well?
I assume that most of you will have teleported down with Borrowed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the portal's there for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So.
I am also eager to see what Vishak has uncovered.
The shack.
Is anybody going to go... Is everybody going to wait for Vishak and then all go to... what's her name? Ushien Stormbanner, or are we splitting the party to do...
I think probably best for all of us to report, considering we all...
I'll say yeah. All together.
Is Vishak going to take long? We do need to report to Lady Stormbanner.
Vishak approaches.
Hello!
Oh, jeez.
Yes, it's been a few days. I do remember when these used to be nice and restful archives.
I used to do nothing!
You should sit here and gather dust.
Me and the books, yes. You asked me to look into Malazan the Angel in Irons. And I have been. Now, if you'll recall, he was sealed away nearly 400 years ago in a crypt somewhere in the Sword Mountain by a dragon known as Palarandusk.
Another.
What color was he?
Now I've managed to uncover in my research references to Palarandusk, who was a gold dragon.
Ooh, nice.
Add him to the wall.
He was known by the names of the Sun Dragon or the Unseen Protector.
Ooh,
And
that's a cool nickname.
He
What's the nickname?
defended Neverwinter and Waterdeep. But then, just over 400 years ago, references to him stop. Being called the Unseen Protector, I think he possibly turned more to the unseen side of things. I've gathered some books. We might be able to do some more research. But you said
Yes.
you needed to check in with Ushian.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We also found out some more information if it would help you with your researches.
Yes, do.
We on Hammerhast we found a great dragon, Halanaxis, and he was an unusual dragon. He had an extra heart called the Ember Heart, and he spoke of the Unchanged One. And I believe he spoke of Discordia. Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know.
No, he didn't. He spoke of the Unchained One, though, didn't he? If I remember.
He made reference to the Unchained One and also to a fifth cult.
Yes. He also mentioned a fifth cult in the area.
Eternal Soul.
The Eternal Soul.
Eternal
yes.
Soul?
The Undying Soul.
Undying Soul.
That. And also on our way here, we saw a great symbol in the sky. I don't know if you saw it from here. It looks like a flaming spiral.
I will look into it.
Of course, but it'll take a while. I know. Take your time.
It might explain. Rupert! And he calls over to Rupert. And Rupert sticks his head round from one of the... Go fetch that, the Conjurer.
The Conjurer.
And Rupert disappears off. You... 5, I'm going to assume Luna's with you.
Mm-hmm.
You 5 had better go and check in with Ushian Stormbanner. Sorry, Sean just said, I will look into it. Looks at Sky.
It's a symbol.
There it is. Not what he meant. You had better go and check in with Ushian Stormbanner. She wouldn't like to be kept waiting.
Of course.
We'll keep everything... We'll have everything prepared for you when you get back.
Of course. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you head off to the office. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the incredibly difficult word that I couldn't think of for a minute there. The office of Ushian Stormbanner. And she is in there with Hammerlord Kenwyn. And they're both looking at their map. Yes. Come in.
Goes in.
Goes in, yes.
Tell me, what information do you have on... It was Mount Hammerhast, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep. We killed a dragon.
Dragon.
Oh.
Big dragon.
A massive dragon.
A massive dragon, yes. Who refused to stay dead, actually.
Yeah.
That is disturbing.
It had a giant crystal in its chest. Milo destroyed it, and I have... It's good. It's fine. Problem solved. Sweats.
Kenwyn looks around the room for a minute, and a look of panic shoots over his face. Milo isn't with you. Is he...
Oh. No. Milo's fine. Just doing a little bit of research with his mentor, Merlin, and one of our old other companions that you haven't met, I don't think.
Oh, fan. I was worried for a moment there.
Don't worry. I probably wouldn't be here talking to you if Milo if Milo was gone,
Oh,
I'd probably be in my room crying a lot. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
it's fine. He's okay. He's safe. Just researching. Have you seen the giant symbol in the sky?